Welcome to Straight Outta Compton's Kitchen. Hey guys, I'm just wondering how you guys are doing. I've experienced a couple of deaths this week. I have a distant cousin who passed away, and I have two distant cousins that passed away, and they didn't pass away from COVID-19. That's one thing. But it's a loss nonetheless. I wasn't really close to these cousins, but I'm just thinking that's somebody's daughter, that's somebody's mother, that's somebody's sister. And then I have a friend who lost her brother this week. And, so much to pray for. I'm just praying for beauty, for ashes, for their ashes. I'm praying for the oil of joy for their mourning, and I am praying for the garment of praise for their spirit of heaviness. Sometimes you can praise your way out of a situation, just by praising Him, putting on some praise music, something that's gonna uplift you. And I'm just praying that for those families and our family too. So, and I'm praying for the Facebook family that you have peace in the midst of this pandemic. So today I'm going to give a tip. What happened was last night I spoke with a friend, very close friend of mine. I'll give her a shout out. I don't think she minds that I give her a shout out. Her name is Samantha Gaspard. And she and I went to school together, and we're still very good friends. I'm the godmother, not the grandmother. I'm the godmother of her children, and she's the godmother of my son. And so we were chit-chatting last night and just talking about life in general and whatever. And I just shared a tip with her, and she texted me first thing this morning and said, "You know what? I really appreciate that tip. I am going to use that." She says, as soon as I can, I'm going to use it. So I'm going to share that tip with you. The name of the tip is the 52-week challenge. Now, I got the tip maybe about 7 years ago from Facebook, because I'm always looking for something positive on Facebook. And oh my goodness, some of you guys have me cracking up, especially you, Ron Roberson, if you're listening. You are too funny on Facebook. And so I enjoy scrolling through, and somehow or another, 7 years ago, I came across something called the 52-week challenge, and I said, I'm going to try that, and I've been sticking to it ever since. And so I use it as I just thought about my friend Rhonda, who likes to talk about mad money. I use it as my mad money when I need to travel and that kind of thing. So what happens is you take the dollar amount for the week. So say for instance, we just reached a new year, January 1st, 2020. So in that first week, you're going to take $1 and you're going to put it aside. You can either start an envelope system. The envelope system is for, I'm noticing the light just kind of changed a little bit. You can take the envelope system so that you'll always have cash on hand, or you can just deposit it into your account. And what we're going to call this account is your emergency account. We want to get out of the mindset that we need a credit card for an emergency. You really don't. I just found that I need a credit card to rent a car. But other than that, I have cash on hand, or I have money put aside because of the 52-week challenge. So what I do is, here it is, January 1st. That first week, I take $1. Week number 2, I take $2. Week number 3, I take $3. Week number 4, I take $4, and so on. And I'm putting that money in either the envelope, or I'm putting it in the in my savings account. And so by the time I get to week 52, which is in December, the last week of December, now that money has accumulated and is now a total of $1,300, y'all. And so when I shared that with my son said, I'm gonna do 2 accounts. Instead of having 1,300, I'm gonna have 2,600. And I said, well, go ahead on with your bad self. So that worked for him, you know, and before you know it, if you did it for 5 accounts, you got enough money to put a down payment on a house. I mean, you know, just saying, you know, it's an easy way to save. And the other way to save your money is to stop spending it. Have a goal in mind. You know, when it's something that I really want, what I usually do is I save up for that. I don't just run out and get it because I want it and I think to myself, well, I work hard for my money and all that. No, I don't have that attitude. I had to change that attitude because once upon a time, I had that attitude. And, you know, I would always say, well, you're going to die owing somebody something anyway. No, I don't want to have that mentality. I want to be a lender. I don't want to be the borrower. I don't want to be that person because it's too much stress that comes with that. So, just talking about me, y'all. You have to do it your way. But I'm just giving you a tip, suggestion, recommendation, advice. You can take it or you can leave it. But my advice is to always have something to fall back on instead of running to the credit card. I'm telling you, I was so bound to Visa. I said, well, if I can't afford it, Visa can. Well, guess who was paying for it? Me. And then I'm paying 13% interest on top of that. So, no. If I want a brand new TV, okay, let me see what kind of TV I want. Let me see what brand I want. Oh, okay, well, that's going to cost $800. Guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to save $800 so that I can go to Best Buy or Amazon or whatever and pay cash for it. And that TV is not going to be looking at me saying, you know, you got to pay another bill next month for me. No. I am going to pay cash. All right. So that's tip number 1. Number 2. Did you guys see the garden, y'all? Gabe is my grandson. Gigi is my mom, who's the great-grandmother of my grandson. So it's Gabe's and Gigi's garden. And look what came out of it. This beautiful zucchini and this beautiful squash. And so what I'm going to do today is I'm going to cut these vegetables. I'm going to add a red rose potato. I'm going to add some onion. I'm going to add some garlic. And I have 2 sweet potatoes from Ralph's. I'm going to add those. They came from Ralph's, so I'm kind of thinking we might start growing some sweet potatoes. We'll see how that goes because the garden is taken over. I don't think that we have room for anything else right now. We wanted to put some collards in there, and my mom said that there's no kale. And then baby girl, Renee, she said that we planted kale. So I've just lost track of what's in there. I know the watermelon area is just taking over. It's trying to put everything out. So we got about, I don't know, maybe about 8 or 9 watermelons that are coming. We're just so excited about our garden because in the garden we're getting, it's tranquil, it's therapeutic, you know. It's providing peace in the midst of the pandemic. It's something else to think about, you know. So I'm going to cut these up into little bitty cubes. I'm going to add the Slap Your Mama seasoning, mild. And I'm going to add some, did I say onions, garlic, The red roast potato, I'm gonna add that, and olive oil. And then I'm just gonna put it in the oven, 350 degrees for about maybe, I think it's 45 minutes. And there's something that we can learn from the vegetables. You see how they're all different sizes and different colors. They know how to get along. We can learn something from the vegetables. Can't we all just get along? All right, that's all I have for today, but I look forward to talking to you soon. And what I will do is I will post a picture of my dinner. Thank you guys. Love you so much. Have a wonderful day. It's your choice.